As a student at Calo and knowing that they've been through it themselves, you can really trust them to do what they know will work because they've all come out of it and been successful members of society. So clearly what they were doing has worked, and they're here to help you do what they did to become successful members of society. And so while being at Calo, my relationship with my parents has turned into an amazing thing. I try not to be mad at them anymore, and the little stuff doesn't get to me anymore because I know that they're just doing it because I care. And I mean, it's not always going to be good. There's always going to be a break in your relationship. But before I came here and before I'd learned the phases of connection, break, and repair, I never thought about the repair. It was always connection, break, okay, I'm done. And so now that I've learned about the connection, break, and repair, I've been able to work through my therapy, become a successful member in the Calo community.
The staff have really meant a lot to me here. They've helped me be able to, they've helped me with my problems along with my journey, you know, from start to finish. And they really get to know you. They come in and they want to help you. Sometimes they get, you know, I sometimes yell at them or, you know, push them away, but I've always appreciated them because they're always there staying with you and helping you, and they kind of become close, so you guys have a good relationship, and it helps you because, you know, they've already done what you're trying to do, and it's nice to have that help.
Our staff, I would compare our workforce to any other business within a 100-mile radius of Calo and defy anybody to come up with a better group of people. We actually have about 100 applications for every 3 people that we hire to be a residential coach. So we get really the cream of the crop around this area. And they care passionately about these kids and want to be a true helper, a true mentor to them, and help them learn how to do relationships correctly, how to have a reciprocal relationship, how to have the normal course of human relationships be a part of their life, namely that there's connection, and then there's break of some sort, and then there's repair. That's normal. We all have disagreements and problems, but we repair if we're having normal quality relationships. These folks that we have hired do a phenomenal job of helping to model that with our kids.
Well, there are a lot of therapists here. My therapist is Evan, and he's always there. Like, even if you don't have a scheduled session, he's always there if you want to talk to him and stuff. And he's a really good person. Like, he's got all of the qualifications to be a good attachment-based therapist. And I've seen a lot of change in me from being with Evan, and I've seen a lot of change with other people from being with Evan, and I've seen a lot of change with people from being with other therapists as well. And so when all of these other people and all these other therapists come together, they have weekly meetings and they talk about all the students, because Calo is relationship-based. Everyone on campus should know all of the students by at least their name and their background. And they do a really good job of that. So I could go up personally with not just my therapist, but I could go up to any therapist and talk to them about an issue, and they'll probably find a way to relate it back to my therapist so I could process it out completely, but they're also willing to be there and willing to listen. So the personal therapists are great.
Here at Calo, it's more like you go at your own pace, you know? It's not a race to see who gets to the finish line. It's more of, you know, can I take out of Calo what and put it into society? It's not a reward, it's your achievements and what you can set, what goals you can set for yourselves.
Because that's the ultimate goal. Calo doesn't want to keep you away from your parents. Calo's ultimate goal is to get you back home with your parents. They just want it to be safe and controlled when you're back with them.
My family, well, at first I really felt like they didn't understand me. They didn't have that connection with me. And then something just clicked where they actually kind of learned how to talk to me. And one thing that really helps me a lot is eye contact and safe touch. When you put their arm around my shoulder and just kind of support me, give me a hug and let me know that they're there. You know, sometimes I don't even need to talk to them. I just need them to sit there and just listen to me talk. And it's actually really wonderful.
I've also learned that you can't really get much out of life unless you have relationships. You can either have relationships that are healthy and that are going to help you get through your goals and your dreams, or you can either have unhealthy relationships that are going to hold you back. So I learned to build those healthy relationships at Calo so that they prepare me for the outside world, and some of the things that happen in the outside world happen at Calo, so you're prepared.
So I do see, students come in here, as I had said, kind of broken, sort of families. I mean, they're traumatized too. They've just had the holy heck kicked out of them for who knows how long, how many years before they finally say, I can't keep doing this. And so to gain the tools and understanding that they need through this process to be able to receive a changed child back into the home is also very, very powerful. And for us, another big part of the reward of working at Calo. I think that parents themselves can probably speak to that better than I can, but I do see fairly frightened parents come in the front door, and when it's time to go back out the front door, so to speak, after a year or two, generally there's a lot of excitement and, wow, I have a family again, and an absence of fear that is really fun to see.